drove up in here, but for real, man, it's nice to be back, and what happened? Did I say something bad? Oh, what's your name? Ashley, what's up, Toby? Okay. Anyway, it's nice to be back to Evansville, and I always enjoy it here. I always have a good time with your students and with you guys in the city. So, but you know, like if I were you, if I were in your shoes, I would want to know, you know, is this all about a big show, a big arena show? Nice hair, bud. Is this just all about like entertainment? And you know, I just want to tell you guys for real, like for me, I wouldn't leave home if my hope and my prayer on all these songs and these concerts wasn't to turn people's eyes to Jesus. That's what it's about. I mean, sure, we want to entertain people. We want them to have a good time. We want your students to leave here hyped. We want you to leave here hyped. But at the same time, there's a method to this madness, and it's to turn people's eyes to Jesus. I know, you know, I can especially say thank you from the bottom of my heart because, you know, when I was 13 years old, my mom would drag us to church every Sunday. I didn't like it, I gotta be honest with you. But we didn't go to youth group, man. We just went to big church. And in my mind, it was like, that dude up there is behind the box is yelling at me. I mean, but one Sunday, this guy came up. I didn't really know him, but he tapped me on the shoulder and asked me if I wanted to go to a camp that summer. He kind of positioned it as a basketball camp. And I love to play basketball. But anyway, I looked at my mom. My mom was like, yeah, you want to get me out of the house. So I signed up for the camp. I found out later, you know, a few weeks later, that that's the new volunteer youth pastor. I invited 4 friends and myself. We loaded up a van maybe a few months later and drove to this camp. And, you know, we get our bags out of the van, start walking toward what we thought we were going to go to the cabins, but they stop us and they tell us to go in this outdoor pavilion. And this dude gets up and starts preaching for like 2 hours. And my boys were looking at me like, yo, this is the strangest basketball camp I've ever been to. But what I took away from that camp is this. Each night, that youth pastor, my 4 friends and I, we'd sit on the floor of that cabin that we stayed in, and he would open up the Bible and read it. And never before has the Bible hit me like that. Never, I don't know what it was. It was just God doing what he does, but maybe it was because we were sitting on the floor of that cabin and this dude was just down there with us, hanging out with us. But he would tell us about the mistakes he had made in life and the hope that he found in this Jesus. And I remember it was Friday night, and we got up off the floor after talking, and my heart was pounding, so I just got in my sleeping bag and I like zipped it to the top. And my heart was just racing, and I wanted to do something about it, but after about a half hour, I got the courage up, and I unzipped my bag, and I walked in the other room, and I woke up the youth pastor and said, listen, man, can you tell me more about Jesus? And he opened up his Bible, and he read some things from Romans. And he said, do you want him to be the Lord of your life? And I said, yes. And right there by his bed, we prayed, and I asked Jesus into my life. So when I say I appreciate you guys, I mean it is my honor to partner with you guys tonight to hopefully turn some of your students' eyes toward Jesus.